Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 89 of Words of Wisdom. I'm Marlena Moore, personal fulfillment coach and founder of the Time Finder Secrets course, and I'm on a mission to help people pleasers rediscover their self-worth so that they can start putting themselves first and live happy, fulfilling lives. For videos every week to motivate and inspire you to live life to the fullest, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. In today's episode, I want to share with you a quote that I came across from Les Brown that's just really inspiring, and it also reminds us, honestly, and reminds me too, of the limitations that we set on ourselves and how we can grow past them just by being aware of them and kind of setting the bar a little bit higher so that way you don't get stuck in life or you don't feel like you're in a constant rut. And the quote is really simple. It just says, "Life has no limitations except the ones you make." And now it's really powerful because it really tells you that yes, there are limits to a degree for certain things. However, a lot of the limitations that you set are ones that you choose. So you're choosing your limits. You're setting the bar and you're saying, this is as far as I can go. This is all I can do. I'm not capable of this. I'm not capable of that. And when you start to set those limitations in your life, you find that you get stuck in a rut. You're not really moving forward, or you feel like you could do more, but you're kind of afraid to kind of step outside that comfort zone. And it's really important for us to challenge our comfort zones as often as possible because that's where the growth happens. And I recently learned this from a mentor that there is a point where you get to the growth zone, but there's also a learning zone. And there's like so many different like zones that you can go through that will help you to become a better person. And you will continuously go through that process. But the only way to actually get out of your comfort zone is to acknowledge the fact that you are limiting yourself or you're setting limitations on your life, and then finally start to break past those limitations. And I'll give a clear example. I honestly could never imagine myself being on video, being on camera, being in front of people, sharing anything worthwhile, or even being a teacher, to be 100% honest. Like, I couldn't imagine myself being those types of types of things or doing those types of things simply because I kind of identified myself as an introverted person. I was shy. I wasn't good on video. I would stutter. I get nervous. Like, I would sweat bullets before like presentations for class. I would wait till like the last minute. Like, I wanted to be like the last person to do like my presentation. I was so nervous. My stomach would like twist into knots. And even when I used to like, do my videos, like back when I first started putting videos out there, going live and things like that, I still had knots in my stomach. I would spend a lot of time scripting out everything from from the start of the video all the way to the end, pretty much word for word. I mean, I wouldn't read my script, but I would rely on it in order to get me through the video. And now I'm getting to the point where all it takes is, honestly, I'll show you here, a little note card just with some ideas of what I want to talk about. And that's pretty much it. And I couldn't imagine myself being in a place where I could show up on video and be like, okay, here we go. I'm going to talk about this. And then that's the end of it. Like, I couldn't imagine myself being able to do that comfortably, confidently, and actually feel good about it, and actually feel comfortable and not have like the butterflies in my stomach, have my brain churning, have myself thinking, oh, is this video going to come out right? This, that, and the other thing. Like, I grew the skill. And I kind of broke past the limitation that I set for myself. If I hadn't started my Liza Says video series, if I hadn't started the Words of Wisdom video series, if I wasn't going live in my Facebook group and on my profile, I never would have developed the confidence to show up. And I never would have moved past that limitation that I don't do well on camera, or I can't show up on video and talk about something without stuttering and getting nervous and forgetting what I'm going to say. And I have those videos that I definitely do that, but I roll with it. I roll with it because it's part of my personality. It's part of who I am. And, I'm okay with being imperfect on camera because I am not a perfect person. I don't think anyone is a perfect person. And to show up authentic and real and just be yourself, like that's power. That's magic. But I had to grow past that limitation of like, I can't show up on camera because I couldn't be my authentic self on camera if I was too busy worrying about, oh, am I going to do it right? I'm trying to get the perfect script down. Like, I would have wasted so much time. But now I feel comfortable being on camera. It's like the dead of night right now where I am. And so, like, here I am recording, feeling confident, feeling comfortable. And all it took really was to break past the limitations, to say to myself, no, I'm not bad on camera. I don't know if I'm going to be bad on camera. I have to practice the skill. I have to grow past that limit. And now I'm breaking past those barriers, and I'm starting to grow into like myself as a person who creates content, who gets on video, who does these different types of things that involve me showing up and being present on camera. And while it's scary at times, you wonder if people are going to resonate with your message or get what you're saying, or if things are coming across clearly, like you'll wonder about those things. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of the progress I've made, and I'm proud of the fact that I took heed to what a mentor and a previous coach that I worked with had encouraged me to do, which was to show up live and to do a short little video. And that was how Liza Says was born. I actually hopped on camera, went live on my profile, and I just shared a quick little thing, and it was scary. I was so nervous. I remember sitting out on the bench, like outside my apartment, and the sun was beaming down on me. I was hot. There was a kid screaming in the background, and like it was like probably the worst video ever, but I delivered a message in like, I think I want to say it was like 2 to 3 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes. Okay. It wasn't even 5 minutes, but I felt like I'd been on camera for like hours. And I've done videos upwards of 30 minutes, and I certainly probably could do longer if I wanted to. But I find that doing longer form video, I'm not up to that point yet. But that's another limit that I can break past. I can say, well, can I do longer than 30 minutes? Can I do a full hour webinar if I wanted to? Could I do those types of things? And I challenge the limit. So I want to ask you guys, what limits have you set on your life? And I want to make sure I phrase this. Actually, no, this is what I actually wrote down. Where do you set limits in your life? I want to know from you guys. Where do you feel like you're setting limitations, where you're saying you're incapable, or you can't do it, or you don't have enough skill, this, that, and the other thing? Let me know in the comments. Where do you set limits in your life? And I'd love to interact with you guys and get a sense of like where you guys are placing kind of like barriers and limits that are going to keep you from growing into the next version of yourself. Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys have been enjoying this this content. And just like, subscribe, share this with family members, because it helps out the channel. And in addition, it helps out other people. Someone might need this message, might need to hear like, hey, you need to stop putting limits on yourself. You need to actually grow past them and actually become aware of those limits. And if that's helpful for someone, share it. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Words of Wisdom, I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. And you could just catch every episode. There's also a playlist as well, which I include at the end so that you guys can click on that and you can binge watch all of them if you really like doing that kind of stuff. And I just appreciate you guys coming here and checking out my content and taking in some wisdom and allowing it to churn and help you to change your life. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.